Well, now we turn to the other side of the aisle. Congressman Nick Langworthy is also responding to the guilty verdict. He calls it an attempt to steal the election from voters.
Just hours before 12 jurors handed down their verdict, Langworthy announced an endorsement by the former president. He's joining us now from Washington via Zoom to talk a little bit about the results of this historic day. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's talk a little bit about this from a political standpoint in terms of who this either benefits more or if it really benefits either side. Politically speaking, both sides are so entrenched. This is a deeply divided nation. Do you think that this adds to either side, or do both Democrats and Republicans just get further entrenched in their beliefs?
Well, I know there's an awful lot of energy tonight by the supporters that I've talked to. People are mobilizing, as you mentioned earlier in the broadcast. The Win Red fundraising platform actually crashed. There were so many people trying to access and give campaign donations to President Trump after this sham trial ended in a conviction. Donald Trump is the only human being on planet Earth that could face a trial and a conviction for charges that were essentially made up by a corrupt DA that was funded by George Soros and ran on a platform of Get Trump. We have really a system here that has been co-opted. The radical left found the best venue, a place where Donald Trump received 5% of the vote in Manhattan, in this section where this jury comes from. And this is not a fair trial. We have a corrupt DA, a corrupt judge, and a corrupted jury.
Nick, as I mentioned at the top, you were endorsed by Donald Trump. You announced that today. Does that change any of your feelings about the announcement today that you made, touting the fact that you received the former president's endorsement? Or are you doing like he's doing, wearing it as a badge? Because clearly he's successful in raising money off of it.
I am very proud to have President Trump's endorsement. He is not only am I proud to have it, he's going to be reelected and become the 47th president of the United States this year. And I think this conviction today nearly guarantees it, because the energy that's coming forward, where people see the weaponization of our justice system, how all of the institutions in this country are being used against people to beat down political opponents. And people say if they could do this to a former president on just nonsense charges, things that have been digested in the court of public opinion 8 years ago, they could do that to me. They could use the IRS against me and my business because of my political views or the way I lead my life or the values that I expose. These are the things that are going on in people's minds right now. If they could do it to Trump, they can do it to anybody.
All right, Congressman, we realize where you stand on this. You're calling this a sham. Others are cheering about this, excited about this verdict. And, so this is just really divided, as my co-anchor already mentioned. So this verdict shows how divided this country is. I think that's really concerning for a lot of people. Where do we go from here? Where do you think we go from here? Can you ever all just come back together? Can we be a less divided country?
Well, the country has to choose which path it's going to go down in the election. And the only verdict that matters is the verdict on November 5th, and in which direction that the American people choose for who will lead this country. And there's a great difference in the future agenda of this nation. Are we going to continue down, this path of despair, or are we going to go with pro-growth policies that can lift this country back up and have a safer and more secure America? That's what I want to fight for. I do think that, when people see court systems, the justice system used against political opponents, they get even more divided than ever before. We should leave these for debate stages and in typical elections, and not use the court to persecute. This is persecution. You're trying to take a man's freedom away for charges that no other American would face. This is terrifying. This is something that you'd see in a banana republic, not in the greatest country that has ever graced this earth. And that's what's so deeply troubling here today, is that we have a weaponization of our justice system. And that happened in New York on full display today. And then you have people high-fiving each other at a Manhattan DA's press conference afterwards. This is a dark moment in our justice system. And the American people have to remember this in November, that if they can do it to a former president, they can do it to anybody.
Congressman Nick Langworthy, that is all the time we have in this very short half-hour broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much.